And we're live, everyone. This is amateurgamer, and then we're returning to amateur casting Age of Empires 2 DE, and we're on the map Kilimanjaro. And for red, we have Bost playing as India. I'm probably butchering the name. I can barely see the name, so. And for teal, we have Man's Really Not Hot playing as Tatars. Wow, two civs that I don't think I've seen very often. I mean, Tatars, villagers from herdables. So I guess that's, wait, plus 50% food from herdables. So that doesn't mean they work faster as shepherds. Does that mean they just gain more food? So is it just me, or does it look like they work faster? Does that mean they just get more food? Like normally you get 100 from each of these goats, but you'll get 150? That's the way because I think, what was it? It was English. I mean Britain, sorry. England doesn't exist here yet. Well, no, England exists. Great Britain doesn't exist. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, see, shepherds. Okay, so for Tatars, that's interesting. So you basically get more food from herdables. So just basically animals, you basically gather food as well, your villagers gather food as shepherds, not hunters. So I mean, that's quite a bit of food, because so if you have 6 goats, that's 600 food, but you'll get an extra 300 from those. That is such pretty. Assuming I'm understanding it correctly. I mean, yes, it's not like an infinite amount of source, but it's a noticeable amount, right? I mean, it's early game, so that's where it's the strongest. And units deal plus 25% damage when fighting from higher elevation. So this requires quite a bit of map awareness. And if your opponent builds in an unfavorable spot. I mean, do we have a lot of elevation on this map? We have some. And it says for all units, right? It's, yeah, just units. And Thumb Ring and Parthian tactics free, so definitely cavalry archers, because you get those upgrades. I mean, whether or not they will actually go for it, it's a whole different matter. Actually, they're pretty damn close. Well, kind of. Actually, yeah, they're pretty close. They're not like they're not quite opposite. They're on like the same, you know, same halves of the map. They're all on this side, so they could all expand the other way, or one of them could be aggressive, you know. So, and then Kashik. I actually haven't seen the flaming camels yet. I don't know if I'll see them here. Oh, Kashik, right? They generate gold when fighting. So they are unlikely to generate enough gold to pay for themselves, but it basically makes them cheaper. Silk armor, light cavalry, step lancers, and cavalry archers receive +1 pierce armor. That could actually be huge. Trebuchet plus more range enables flaming camels. Do you also get them in castles? I just don't know. Oh yeah, you do. Flaming camel. Already. I heard combat noises. Or maybe I'm just imagining things. And then India. I mean, that's the thing, right? I see these two so rarely. Okay, are they... No. I don't know why they were garrisoned. There was no elephants. They have loom. Yeah, this time I... Okay, I see. Ooh, yeah, losing that is actually huge. Do they have loom? They have loom, and the two sides are pretty even. Both are going for feudal age. Teal has a slight advantage by having one more villager. But I guess it makes sense since Teal started the feudal age a bit later. Now, India, right? India villagers cost less. Ooh, okay. That will start adding up. Like the food you can save up. Yeah, it could definitely add up. Fishermen, okay. I mean, I don't think. I mean, there are bodies of water, but not enough to really make use of that. Camel riders +1 pierce armor, so they'll be a bit tougher. I mean, did India really field camels? I'm just saying, like, is that just a game aspect, or did they actually field camels? Because from my understanding, okay, like elephants I can understand. Camels, I'm not sure. Maybe they're imports. Maybe they're like mercenary camels, but in this case you could build them normally. I mean, you also get imperial camel riders, so weak versus pike, monks and archers. I heard a stable, so we might be seeing some camel riders. I don't know. Actually, I mean, Tartars do go for Kashyyyk. Yeah, if the Tatar player decides to go for a lot of cavalry archers, then the camel riders could be a big threat. But of course, then they could get shut down by spears. So, and it says they're weak against archers, but I feel like the wait, is that already a yeah, I feel that extra pierce armor, well, actually, it's just one pierce armor. It will help them survive maybe 1 or 2 extra hits. So they're still weak against that. And you have hand cannoneer upgrades, all gold income. What do they mean by all gold income? I'm just hearing combat, okay. Wow, Tio is really on the ball. Well, kind of. Okay, so Tio went for a stable kind of rush. Red built some stables, but lost 2. And I think Teal lost 1. Yeah, some of these farms, it's like, yeah. It's like, what can you say about it? Not much. House. Is either side even walling off? I feel like neither side. I mean, red seems to be doing some sort of walling off. Yeah, Tio is just annoying them at this moment. I don't think there will be much coming out of this. You know, just doing some harassment. Force red to... Oh, you don't want to send that alone. That's the thing. Like, 2-scale cavalry, I find... Unless they could gang up on a single villager... and the other player isn't paying attention. Otherwise, I don't feel like they could accomplish a lot. I don't know why those two are there. I feel like red is just playing this game as though red was Khmer. Right? Like, these farms will be fine if you're playing as Khmer. Oh, they actually lost a villager. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. I mean, I don't know if 1-scale cavalry for a villager is a good deal, but I was expecting them to get none, so there's definitely that. Let's just speed it up. Nothing's really happening right now. I'm surprised Teal hasn't gone for any cavalry archers. Oh, but they're going for raids, okay. You don't want to engage this. Red, you. Okay, so Teal is doing some economic damage. I mean, both sides are getting kills, so let's just put it that way, right? It's not like either side is winning absolutely decisively. Yeah, Teal needs to keep microing these guys. That's the thing. Like if you're a bad player like me, then what will happen is, like, these micro requires a lot of focus. Oh. Wow, that was actually, yeah, that was bad maneuvering. Like you don't want to go in a straight line. I mean, there's a certain arc you should go for. But I feel these two could still get, no more kills. Yeah, Teal is like, I'm done. Both sides are going for Castle Age. Red is going to get into Castle Age first. Actually, quite a bit sooner than Teal. Oh, now you're getting archer range? I mean, they're an expensive investment, but I feel like the cavalry archer could definitely be quite an investment if you could get them to work, right? But we already see some camel riders, but that's a, I mean, I guess camel riders are fast enough that they can. Yeah, the question is, will Teal go for a lot of cavalry archers? Actually, I feel camel riders are a decent counter against cavalry archers because they're fast, right? And that extra movement. Ooh, okay, they are going to. Yeah, right now Teal has no defenses against these guys. But oh no, you don't want to lose those camel riders. Yeah, Teal is. I mean, both sides are harassing each other. I feel like neither really got a huge advantage. It's pretty close. Maybe get some pikes. I love how Teal is getting harassed and Teal is like, I'm not going to build any military units. They're getting a town center. That will help. I feel like red is wasting time. I mean, that lumber camp isn't that important. There are hardly. There's like what, 50, 136. There's like not much left, right? And with that town center built. Okay. I mean, Teal is kind of crumbling with a lot of idle villagers. Like 8 idle villagers. So red has done a very good job in. Wait, are you? You're getting cavalry archers when your opponent has camel riders, really? Like, you're not going to kite these guys all day. I mean, this is Tatars, right? This isn't like the Mangudai for. Actually, you haven't even started mining any stones, have you? Nope, I don't see any stone. yeah, these camel riders are going to, yeah, mess them up. They just don't fire fast enough. That's the thing, right? And meanwhile, these camel riders could just harass this. This is what I don't get. Like Teal already saw this, and Teal is like, "Oh, I'm not gonna do anything." Right? The disruption that's caused by red. I mean, ideally you get more kills, but like overall it's not that bad. I feel like red has succeeded in absolutely disrupting Teal's production or resource gathering. And look at this. Now Teal is losing these, and red could just go ahead and target these villagers because they are easy kills. And that extra pierce armor is actually really paying off, because they are taking so many more hits to kill. And because camel riders are so fast, and they do bonus damage against cavalry archers, like red is definitely getting a pretty big lead. Oh, now you're working stone? Are you working stone? Doesn't seem like it. And meanwhile, red is not working any stone either. Huh. But yeah, red is like absolutely harassing. I mean, look at this. Look how juicy that is. Oh my god, red is not paying attention. I mean, honestly, if red keeps up the pressure here, right? Just keep sending camel riders and just attack all of these villagers. I mean, they're pretty vulnerable. Like, disruption is good, but unless you kill the villagers, Teal will always have a chance of bouncing back. One monastery, okay. For what? Converting the cavalry archers? I mean, that's the thing, right? Actually, they have 2 town centers. 2 that I know of. I'm not surprised red is still not working any stone. Like, you need stone for castles and such. Well, mostly castles. So we see a monastery here. And some of the walls aren't. That's the thing. I mean, look at all of these villagers. Like, honestly, if I was red and I was decent, I would probably go for light calves. I think light calves also get the pierce armor. No, they don't. Oh no, it's the Tatars. So what I would do is like get some light cavalry, have them target the villagers, and then have my camel riders focus on the enemy cavalry archers, and suddenly, right? Because either the other player has to deal, with my scout cavalry. I mean light cavalry, to which they will have to get slaughtered by the camel riders, or to deal with that and their villagers are getting slaughtered. Yeah, I'm like, look at all of these vulnerable. Oh, why would you send them? Are you going to send them in? I guess these monks are purely there for. That's a lot of cavalry archers. Why would you engage? I mean, honestly, if I was red, yeah, why are you taking more damage than necessary? Just send them in. Like, just have them attack and then See, it's these kind of situations where I feel like you suffer more losses than necessary, right? Because what ends up happening, oh, university, I thought it was a castle. I'm like, oh, that's gonna make that area very difficult to get to. A market. Red is going for Imperial Age? Oh, you're finally working stone. Thank you. Yeah, teal has a better economy. So, I don't know what red's doing. Yeah, why are you withdrawing? It makes no sense. Like if you fall back and then your enemy gets some hits in, that's free hits for them. And plus, they have the micro. I mean, I guess the pathfinding is not good enough to rely on it, but yeah. Is red going to build a castle? Like an offensive castle? It can definitely work. Oh, I think teal is getting ready to build a castle somewhere. Yes. I guess red doesn't see it? No. Yeah, this is what I don't get about red. Like why are you hesitating? And how are you gonna get through that? Yeah, that's why scouting is so important. It's like, just attack! Like, falling back will only... Yeah, now you'll be like, oh, shoot. Oh. Well, you also gave them a chance to finish that castle, so... But to be fair, this does allow red to build a castle like here. I mean, I don't think there's a single castle from red yet. I feel like teal is very fortunate that red is so passive. Honestly, if red sends these in, yes, red will lose some camel riders, but yeah, teal will lose a lot more because the amount of micro you need to keep most of them alive. Yeah. Really, red? You're just gonna let them push you around? I mean, now that they have a castle, they could do that. Yeah, now they have a place they could fall back to, right? Like, red could have very easily crushed this. I mean, there's like 21 cavalry archers, and there's 28 camel riders. You're telling me the camel riders are going to lose? And of course, now you're sending them individually. So that's like even more losses than necessary. I honestly, like, red was playing so well, and then red just kind of, it's like, yeah. That's I honestly feel like that 10 center should be closer to the stone. Wait, they're getting sent in? To what? To take out... They're really going after the town center? Come on. These aren't like anti-building... Oh my god. Red is just losing... This is like such a blunder. It's like you can fight this. Oh my god. I don't know what red's doing, but I feel like red's throwing the game. Like... See, now red is letting them just die. I hope red resigns because red could have taken this out. Like, before it grew to these numbers, red could have definitely taken it out. But red is like, I'm going to throw away all of my camel riders because I have nothing better to do. And these are heavy camel riders too. So they're upgraded, but, you know, let's not make use of them, right? That'd be stupid. Are they on the no attack status? I'm so confused. Yeah, red is trying too hard with the microing, which is not helping. And of course, just fight them. You already lost so many as it is. Yeah, fight them under the castle. Let's see how that works. I'm just frustrated because I feel like red was doing well and then red just like bleh. Like, yes, you will lose some, but your opponent will lose far more. I mean, how expensive are them? 55, 60. 55, 60. Yeah, cavalry archers aren't necessarily cheaper, but honestly, there could have been a lot more like better trades, but red threw away so many, like so many camel riders. It was just painful to watch. Wait, what? Trebuchet. We see another castle. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Red could have engaged in so many situations, but instead, red waited until teal got a castle, and then I feel like red's problem is not being aggressive enough when necessary. I know there are times where you're like, okay, I'm gonna cut my losses. Come on, Teal, use your trebuchet. I want this game to end because this is getting pretty painful. For me, it's like, ugh. I'm just surprised Teal is still going for this. Honestly, at this point, I would probably build a bunch of barracks and get like, actually, can Tatar even get halberdiers? Let's see. They could. I would just go for halberdiers because that's like I feel like Teal has enough cavalry archers. Now they just need some halberdiers to support the backline and then, well, to act as the meat shield, and just because these camel riders are not going to like, huh? I feel like that trebuchet is just ordered to pack up. I mean, maybe with Imperial Camel Riders they could take out the town center. Maybe. I don't know if that will indeed be the case. Okay. Taking out this castle. Basically unopposed. I'm curious what they're doing. Oh, did they take out the town center? No, that's... Is that town center? It looks big enough to be. Oh, a castle. Okay, at this point, they're just going... Yeah, if Teal could kill... Well, not fast enough. Wow, they destroy buildings really quickly. I mean, this could potentially work out, right? You have all of these castles, but if you lose all of your town centers, which... I guess how do you... Oh! Flaming camels. Oh, they are going to... not quite enough. But hey, I guess it's just like flaming camels. I think that's their last town center. So Teal is not in. You're getting Kashyyyks against camel riders? Oh my god, Teal is just collapsing. Oh no, you don't want to waste one of them. Yeah, you want to go for the group. For flaming camels, they are You would think they would run faster with all of that flame behind them. I wonder if... Okay, they are rebuilding a town center. The question is... Wow, red is coming back. I was almost certain that red has blundered horribly, but attacking those town center really puts the pressure. Like right now, teal is in disarray. Okay, I mean those... See, this is what... Like, red could have done this a lot sooner. Like, red was in the position to achieve that, like, way sooner. Yeah, these flaming camos could do a lot of damage. Okay, that was probably not the best. I mean, you're never... Well, I guess it depends on how many kills you have. Alright, so I was wrong. Yeah, I was wrong. I thought red was gonna lose. But part of the reason is... Like personally, I feel like red was lucky that teal wasn't better, because if teal was better, like teal had a better economy for a larger portion, and because red was so passive, teal could have built a much better composition. And if teal had used those trebuchets to greater effects, and then in the meantime get a lot of halberdiers to deal with the enemy camel riders, I think the game would have ended a lot differently. Like overall, teal wasn't pressured, but teal wasn't pressuring red enough to stop red from getting the Imperial camel riders and do the damage they did. Right, so red was passive, but red was also fortunate that teal was passive, because if teal wasn't passive and constantly pressured and just whittled down their number of camel riders, I don't think red would have had the numbers or maybe even the economy to eventually win out this one. So I admit I was wrong. I thought red was going to lose, or at least I was cheering for teal because I feel like red made too many blunders. But obviously teal just wasn't doing enough and allow red to eventually utilize a very risky strategy. Because to get Imperial Camel Riders, it takes a lot of resources, a lot of time. And if teal had used that opportunity, get a lot of like halberdiers and just pushed, I don't think red would have been able to get the critical number of camel riders that red did. Anyways, this is the end of this video. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you have a good one.